Which of the following laws of electromagnetic theory is associated with the force experienced by two loops of a wire carrying currents? A. Maxwell's law. B. Coulomb's law. C. Amperes' law. D. Laplace's law. The correct answer is Amperes' law. The intrinsic impedance of free space. A. Increases with increase of frequency. B. Decreases with increase of frequency. C. Is independent of frequency. D. None. The correct answer is independent of frequency. To couple a coaxial line to a parallel to wire line, it is best to use A. Slotted line. B. Balun. C. Directional coupler. D. Quarter wave transformer. The correct answer is balun. The shunt admittance of a transmission line is given by A. RJL. B. RJL. C. GJC. D. JGC. The correct answer is GJC. A dipole antenna was radiating with some excitation in free space, radiating a certain amount of the power. If this antenna is immersed in a lake where water is non-dissipative but has a dielectric constant of 81, the radiated power with the same excitation will A. Decrease to finite non-zero value. B. Remain the same. C. Increase. D. Decrease to zero. The correct answer is remain the same. If short-circuited and open-circuited impedances are 5 ohms and 20 ohms, then characteristic impedance is A. 1 ohms. B. 10 ohms. C. 25 ohms. D. 100 ohms. The correct answer is 10 ohms. Electric lines of force do not cross each other because other lines of force mutually repel each other. B. The lines of force emanate from a point charge. C. The tangent to the line of force gives the direction of E, and if they cross two tangents for E, which is not possible. D. None of the above. The correct answer is the tangent to the line of force gives the direction of E, and if they cross two tangents for E, which is not possible. A person with a receiver is 5 kilometers away from the transmitter. What is the distance that this person must move further to detect at 3 dB decrease in signal strength? A. 942 m. B. 2070 m. C. 4978 m. D. 5320 m. The correct answer is 2070 m. For free space propagation, A. AJ. B. J. C. A. D. A. 0. The correct answer is AJ. SHF range is A. 3300 MHz. B. 300, 3000 MHz. C. 3000, 3000 MHz. D. 30000, 30000 MHz. The correct answer is 3000, 3000 MHz. In figure, the voltage distribution on a vertical earthed antenna is represented by A. Curve A. B. Curve B. C. Curve C. D. Curve D. The correct answer is curve B. The direction in a Yagi-Uda antenna. A is longer than the radiating element. B is shorter than the radiating element. C can be longer or shorter than the radiating element. D does not exist. The correct answer is shorter than the radiating element. In cell phone antennas are A. Monopole. B. Loops. C. Helical. D. Lens. The correct answer is monopole. Antenna commonly used for microwave links are A. Loop antennas. B. Log periodic antennas. C. Paraboloidal dishes. D. Rhombic antennas. The correct answer is paraboloidal dishes. For an ideal antenna, numerical value of directivity must be A. B0, C1, D any value. The correct answer is the force in a magnetic field is given by FQVB. F and Q are perpendicular and V and B are perpendicular. BF and Q only are perpendicular to each other. CF and VF and B are mutually perpendicular to each other and V and B at any angle between them. D all the four components are perpendicular to each other. The correct answer is F and Q are perpendicular and V and B are perpendicular. An electromagnetic wave is incident normally on a dielectric boundary. It is A. Totally reflected, B. Partially reflected and partially refracted, C. Totally absorbed, D. None of the above. The correct answer is partially reflected and partially refracted. According to maximum power transfer theorem, if the load is inductive, the source should be A. Inductive, B. Capacitive, C. Resistive, D. Any of the above. The correct answer is capacitive. According to Siegel and Labus, antenna can be treated as A. Closed transmission line, B. Shorted transmission line, C. Earthed transmission line, D. Opened out transmission line. The correct answer is opened out transmission line. Given figure shows a 90 sector of spherical reflector with vertex V, center of curvature C, and equal distances VD, DF, Phi and EC. When a beam of EM wave is incident parallel to the axis, all the energy will pass through the region A VD, B DF, C EF, D EC. The correct answer is EC. The value of susceptibility in case of vacuum is taken as A0, B 0.5, C unity, D infinity. The correct answer is 0. Self-impedance is A. Same for transmitting TT and receiving antenna TR, B TTTR, C TRTT, D no relation. The correct answer is same for transmitting TT and receiving antenna TR. Equipotential surfaces about a point charge are in which one of the following forms? A. Sphere, B. Planes, C. Cylinders, D. Cubes. The correct answer is sphere. Will have the least value of relative permeability. A. Palladium, B. Silver, C. Cobalt, D. Iron. The correct answer is silver. The relative permeability is taken as unity for which of the following? A. Air, B. Cobalt, C. Vacuum, D. Bismuth. The correct answer is air. The disturbance from adjacent power lines is known as A. Crosstalk, B. Crossfire, C. Inductive disturbance, D. None of the above. The correct answer is inductive disturbance. Magnesium is alloyed with conducting materials for antenna primarily with the purpose of A. Increasing efficiency, B. Improving radiative power, C. Reducing weight, D. Increasing density. The correct answer is reducing weight. Which of the following term applies to troposcatter propagation? A. SIDS, B. Faraday rotation, C. Atmospheric storms, D. Fading. The correct answer is fading. The effective refraction index of the ionosphere for radio wave is A. More than unity, B. Less than unity, C. Equal to unity, D. Either more or less than unity depending on the electron concentration. The correct answer is less than unity. A medium is said to be isotropic when A. 0, B, C, D is scalar constant. The correct answer is scalar constant. The radiation resistance of a resonant long wire antenna of half wavelength 2 is given. A 73, B 120p, C 377, D 7.3. The correct answer is 73. A uniform wave have components A in the perpendicular direction E existing while H is 0. B in the direction of propagation E existing while H is 0. C, E and H are 0 in direction perpendicular to direction of propagation. D, E and H existing only in direction perpendicular to direction of propagation. The correct answer is E and H existing only in direction perpendicular to direction of propagation. The measure of mismatch between the load and the transmission line is known as A. Directivity, B. Gain, C. Standing wave ratio, D. Reflection coefficient. The correct answer is reflection coefficient. Ionospheric storm causes an abnormal decrease in the critical frequency. A. True, B. False, C. D. The correct answer is true. Which of the following is best excited from a waveguide? A. Discone, B. Helical, C. Biconical, D. Horn. The correct answer is horn. In a vertical earthed antenna, the base input impedance will be inductive for a height A less than, B between, C between, D more than. The correct answer is between. The frequencies in ultra-high frequency range are propagated by means of waves. A. Surface, B. Ground, C. Sky, D. Space. The correct answer is space. Maximum effective aperture of an antenna is A. 1.32, B. 0.132, C. 13.2, D. 3.12. The correct answer is 0.132. Voltage standing wave pattern in a lossless transmission line with characteristic impedance 50 and a resistive load is shown in the figure. Reflection coefficient is given by A. 0.6, B. 1, C. 0.6, D. 0. The correct answer is 0.6. Which of the following wave remains unaffected during day and night? A. Tropospheric wave, B. Sky wave, C. Ground wave, D. None of the above. The correct answer is ground wave. A microwave link uses only line of sight propagation. A. True, B. False, C. D. The correct answer is true. The phase velocity of an EM wave propagating in a hollow metallic rectangular waveguide in the TE10 mode is A. Equal to its group velocity, B. Less than the velocity of light in free space, C. Equal to the velocity of light in free space, D. Greater than the velocity of light in free space. The correct answer is greater than the velocity of light in free space. The electric field of an EM wave propagating in the Z direction given by the wave is A. Linearly polarized in Z direction, B. Elliptically polarized, C. Left-hand circularly polarized, D. Right-hand circularly polarized. The correct answer is left-hand circularly polarized. Which of the following waves do not exist in waveguides? A. TE waves, B. Trademark waves, C. TE and trademark waves, D. TEM waves. The correct answer is TE and trademark waves. The bidirectional pattern of a broadside array can be converted into unidirectional by A. Maintaining the distance of 4 between the elements, B. Maintaining the distance of 2 between the elements, C. Installing an identical array behind the main array at distance 4 and exciting it by current leading in phase by 90. D. Installing an identical array behind the main array at distance 2 and exciting it by current leading in phase by 120. The correct answer is installing an identical array behind the main array at distance 4 and exciting it by current leading in phase by 90. VLF waves are used for communication system because A. Of low power requirement. B. They are least prone to distortion. C. They penetrate the ionosphere easily. D. The transmitting antennas are of convenient size. The correct answer is they penetrate the ionosphere easily.